Hey everyone, if you're trying to get a straight, reliable reference line across a room or a whole site without constantly rechecking your work, this Spectra Precision GL412N laser level might be exactly what you need. I've been putting it through the usual chaos of a small construction crew, mud, rain, and all the usual distractions, and I'm going to show you whether it actually holds up. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the GL412N is a single-grade laser, so it's not the fancier rotating model that can sweep a full 360. Instead, it shoots one perfectly horizontal beam that stays locked in place once you set it down. The self-leveling is automatic, which means you just place it on a tripod or flat surface, press the button, and it levels itself in about 3 seconds. No more fumbling with knobs or waiting for the bubble to settle. That alone saves a ton of time when you're trying to get a quick height mark on a wall or floor. I remember one time when we were working on a project and we had to level an entire room. It would have taken us hours to do it manually, but with the GL412N, it took us less than 20 minutes. Now, the real workhorse here is the HL760 receiver. This little screen gives you a digital readout of exactly how far above or below the laser line you are. You can set a grade, say, a 1% slope for drainage, and the receiver beeps and flashes when you're right on target. I used it to set a consistent slope across a patio layout last weekend, and I didn't have to measure every single point by hand. It's especially handy when you're working alone because you can see the grade from across the site without running back and forth. I was working on a patio project and I needed to make sure the concrete was sloped correctly. The HL760 receiver made it easy to get the perfect slope. The RC402N radio remote is another nice touch. It lets you turn the laser on or off, adjust the grade, and even fine-tune the beam height without walking over to the unit. That might not sound like a big deal until you're standing on a ladder trying to line up a ceiling track and the laser's all the way across the room. One press of the remote and you're done. It's powered by rechargeable batteries, so you're not constantly swapping AAs, and the whole kit comes with a charger and a hard case that fits everything snugly. I've used the remote to adjust the laser while I was on a ladder. It's a huge time saver and it's also a lot safer. I also like that it's built to handle real-world mess. I've used it in light rain, on dusty concrete, and even after it got splashed with muddy water. The unit stayed locked and the beam stayed visible through the HL760 receiver without any issues. The interface is straightforward, menu-driven with just a few buttons, so even someone who's never used a laser level before can figure it out in under 10 minutes. I had a friend who had never used a laser level before. He was able to pick up the GL412N and start using it right away. One thing to keep in mind is that this is a single-grade laser, not a rotating model. If you need a full 360-degree plane for interior work, this isn't the one. Also, the radio remote has a limited range, maybe 100 feet in open space, so if you're working on a huge site, you might need to move the laser closer. But for most DIY and small contractor jobs, that range is more than enough. I've used the GL412N on several projects and the range has been plenty for me. It's also worth noting that the GL412N is a very durable unit. I've dropped it a few times, and it still works perfectly. The hard case that comes with it is also very protective. It's got foam cutouts for all the accessories, and it's got a lock on it so you can secure it when you're not using it. I've also used it in extreme temperatures, from freezing cold to blistering hot, and it still works like a charm. The beam itself is very visible, even in bright sunlight. I've used it outside on sunny days, and the beam is still clearly visible. The HL760 receiver also has a backlight, so you can use it in low-light conditions. I've used it in a basement with no windows, and the receiver's backlight made it easy to read. Overall, the Spectra Precision GL412N is a solid, no-nonsense laser level that does exactly what it promises. It's rugged, easy to set up, and the digital receiver takes the guesswork out of grading. If you're tired of eyeballing levels or constantly resetting a manual unit, this could be the upgrade you need. I've been using the GL412N for a while now, and it's been a game changer for my projects. The link is below if you want to take a closer look. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.